Have you ever felt that some items in your home are just taking up space, yet you hesitate to part with them? Over the years, clutter can build up: old furniture, stacks of papers, and sentimental items tucked away in corners. But remember, before you turn 70, there are certain household items to consider letting go. This isn't just about making room, it's about creating a sanctuary that reflects the vibrant life you wish to live. In this video, we will explore 6 specific household items that may be weighing you down more than you realize. Whether they are things you've kept out of habit, outdated belongings that no longer enhance your life, or objects that subtly add stress to your daily routine, you'll discover how liberating it can be to let go. More importantly, you'll realize that decluttering isn't about loss, it's about embracing freedom. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Worn out and unused furniture. Old furniture can be one of the biggest culprits of clutter in your home. It's easy to accumulate extra chairs, tables, and cabinets over the years, pieces that once served a purpose but now simply occupy space. Holding on to furniture that no longer fits your needs doesn't just weigh you down physically. It can also create unnecessary stress in your life. Consider that bulky recliner in the corner that no one uses, the oversized dining table that hasn't hosted a family gathering in ages, or the dresser with sticky drawers that frustrates you each time you try to open it. These items don't add joy, they just fill your space. As we age, too much furniture can complicate our living environment, increasing the risk of bumps and trips, and often leaving us feeling overwhelmed. Take Frank, for example. At 74, he's lived in the same house for decades. Throughout the years, he gathered furniture, some inherited, some bought, and some gifts from friends. Initially, his home felt cozy, but as time passed, he noticed that moving around had become more challenging. Cleaning took longer, and certain areas felt more like storage than spaces for relaxation. It was during a visit from his daughter that he realized he had 5 chairs in his living room, with only 2 being used. That was his wake-up call. He decided to take action and started with one room, letting go of items that no longer served a real purpose. The broken chair with the wobbly leg? Gone. The oversized coffee table that hindered movement? Out the door. As he cleared each piece, he felt a wave of unexpected relief wash over him. His home felt more open, more welcoming, and most importantly, easier to navigate. That's the beauty of furniture. When it serves a purpose, it adds to your life, but when it becomes burdensome, it drains your energy and makes your space feel cluttered. You don't need a house overflowing with furniture to create a loving home. In fact, the fewer items you have, the more you appreciate those that truly matter. If you're holding on to furniture that no longer serves you, take a moment to reflect. When was the last time I actually used this? If you find yourself pondering, it's likely time to release it. A home that is easy to navigate, clean, and genuinely enjoy is a treasure worth pursuing. Home is not just about the furniture that fills it, it's about the warmth and memories that create its essence. Sometimes, having less allows us to truly cherish what we hold dear. If you find yourself clinging to pieces that no longer bring you joy, take a moment to reflect. When was the last time I truly used this? If it takes you a moment to remember, it might be time to let go. Embrace the freedom of a space that is easy to navigate, clean, and delight in. It can lead to a more joyful living experience. Let's talk about the treasures we often overlook in our homes. More valuable than any unused chair or table are the memories we hold on to in our hearts. And what about those clothes we no longer wear? We all have them. Perhaps a suit that hasn't fit in years, or a dress that holds a special memory from decades ago. Before you reach your 70s, consider taking a moment to reflect on your wardrobe. Ask yourself, do I really need all of this? A closet brimming with clothes you don't wear doesn't just take up physical space. It can clutter your mind as well. Each piece of clothing can hold a memory, like that cherished jacket from a memorable event, or those jeans that once made you feel fabulous. But as we grow, our closets should evolve too, reflecting who we are today. Take Linda, for instance. At 72, she found herself staring into a closet stuffed with clothes, yet she only wore a few beloved pieces. She had dresses from the 80s, jackets untouched for decades, and shoes that pinched her feet. Each morning felt overwhelming as she faced many impractical choices. One day, she decided to embrace change. She emptied her closet and created 3 piles: one for clothes she loved, one for those that no longer fit or felt good, and one for items kept just in case. That last pile was the toughest, but as she began to let go of items that had long since lost their joy, she discovered a beautiful truth. She wasn't losing anything. She was gaining space, clarity, and a wardrobe that truly served her. Decluttering wasn't just about fabric, it simplified her daily routine, making mornings easier and life lighter. Just think, by donating those clothes, you could bring joy to someone else who truly needs them. If your closet is overflowing, ask yourself, do I really need this? If it no longer fits, if it's uncomfortable, or if it hasn't seen the light of day in years, it's time for it to find a new home. You deserve a wardrobe that uplifts you, not one that weighs you down. If you're enjoying these insights and finding them valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the bell so you won't miss any uplifting videos. Let's keep moving forward together. Now, let's shift our focus to another area that often accumulates clutter: expired medications and old toiletries. These hidden items often pile up in our bathroom cabinets without us realizing it. You might find a bottle of pain relievers from years ago, half-finished prescriptions, or skincare products that didn't quite work out. Taking the time to clear out these items can not only free up space but also bring peace of mind. Let's explore how we can create a healthier environment by embracing change in our homes and lives. Together, we can make room for what truly matters. Take a look in your bathroom cabinet. What do you see? Perhaps it's a collection of expired medications and forgotten toiletries. These items tend to accumulate silently over time. Maybe you have pain relievers from a long-ago headache, half-finished prescriptions, or skincare products that just didn't work for you. Before you know it, these little things can clutter your space and your mind. Let's make room for what truly matters. Many of us have cupboards filled with items we no longer need, and some could even pose risks to our health. For example, medications expire for a reason. Over time, their effectiveness can diminish, and in some cases, they may even become harmful. Holding on to old prescriptions may seem harmless, but when it comes to our health, consulting a doctor for a fresh prescription is always the best choice. Just like medications, toiletries also have a shelf life. That bottle of lotion you forgot about, the sunscreen from last summer, or the perfume you haven't worn in ages, these items don't last forever. Many people don't realize that skincare products and cosmetics also expire, and using them beyond their prime can lead to skin irritation or infections. If you haven't reached for it in months, it might be time to part ways. Take Robert, for instance. At 75, he takes great pride in maintaining an organized home. One day, while searching for a bandage, he opened his medicine cabinet and was taken aback by the clutter inside. Expired painkillers, half-used tubes of antibiotic cream, and a prescription for something he no longer needed. It was a moment of realization. As Robert cleared out his cabinet, he felt a wave of relief wash over him. He knew that everything left was safe and useful. What many don't understand is that decluttering isn't just about tidiness. It's about ensuring safety and embracing simplicity. By clearing out expired medications, Robert made space for the things he truly relied on, and by letting go of old toiletries, he simplified his daily routine. So, if it's been a while since you've checked your medicine cabinet or bathroom drawers, now is the perfect time to do so. Look through your medications. If they're expired, dispose of them safely. If you have prescriptions you no longer need, make sure to get rid of them properly. And when it comes to toiletries, be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in over a year, it's time to let it go. Enjoy the simplicity that comes with keeping only what you truly need. This small step not only clears your space, but also enhances your peace of mind. Now let's talk about another common source of clutter: old papers, documents, and unused mail. Paper clutter is often overlooked, yet it can accumulate quickly in piles around your home, on tables, in drawers, and even stored away. From outdated bills and expired warranties to instruction manuals for appliances you no longer own, the sheer volume can be staggering. Before you reach your 70s, it's beneficial to take control of your paperwork. Beyond taking up space, paper clutter can lead to stress. Have you ever searched for an important document only to find yourself sifting through stacks of papers that should have been discarded long ago? Or felt overwhelmed by piles of unopened mail? Take a moment to breathe. Organizing your papers can bring clarity to your space and mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. By decluttering your paperwork, you can reclaim your environment and eliminate unnecessary stress from your life. Remember, every small step you take towards organization is a step towards a brighter, more peaceful living space. Letting go of unnecessary papers can truly lighten your spirit. Just ask Barbara. At 73, she found herself overwhelmed with a filing cabinet stuffed full of decades-old documents, utility bills, forgotten receipts, and even tax returns from the 1980s. One day, while searching for an important insurance document, she realized how much of that paperwork was outdated. With determination, she set out on a journey to declutter her life, keeping only the essentials that truly mattered. By the end of her quest, she had reduced her paperwork by more than half, unveiling a newfound clarity and peace of mind. You see, decluttering isn't just about clearing space in your home. It's about freeing your mind. When you tackle those stacks of mail and outdated documents, you're releasing the mental weight that comes with them. Imagine feeling lighter, more organized, and ready to embrace each day with joy. Thanks to technology, you can now access most important records digitally, making it easier than ever to let go of the physical clutter. So, how can you embark on your own decluttering journey? Start by sorting through your papers with intention. If you haven't looked at something in years, chances are it's time to let it go. Shred old bank statements and expired contracts, recycle manuals for appliances you no longer own, and keep only the legal, financial, and medical documents that you truly need. Organize them in a way that makes them easily accessible when the need arises. And let's talk about mail. No more letting it pile up. Toss the junk mail as soon as it arrives, pay those bills promptly, and file away only what's necessary. If you receive newsletters or magazines that you've never read, consider canceling those subscriptions. The goal is simple. Keep only what serves a purpose and let go of the rest. If you're finding these insights helpful, please share your thoughts by commenting number 4 below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to join our community and turn on the bell for updates. Your support empowers us to create meaningful content that informs and inspires. Now, let's transition to our next focus: kitchen items you never use. The kitchen can easily become one of the most cluttered areas in our homes. Over time, we often gather items that no longer serve a purpose: mismatched containers, drawers overflowing with utensils, and pots collecting dust. If you're approaching your 70s, it's a wonderful time to clear out the kitchen clutter that can add unnecessary chaos to your space. Many of us hold on to kitchen items out of habit. Perhaps it's a set of fancy dishes reserved for a special occasion that never arrives, or small appliances that are just gathering dust. You might even find duplicates of the same tool: multiple spatulas, coffee mugs, or a drawer full of plastic lids with no matching containers. But let's face it, a kitchen overflowing with unused items doesn't simplify life. It complicates it. Take George, for example. At 76, he has lived in the same home for decades. Over the years, his kitchen became a graveyard for gadgets and cookware he rarely used. Blenders, food processors, and toasters sat untouched, while plates and glasses piled high in cabinets, and drawers brimmed with tools he didn't even need. But George decided it was time for a change. He began to let go of what didn't serve him, transforming his kitchen into a joyful space where cooking once again became a delightful experience. Meet George, a vibrant 76-year-old who has called the same house home for decades. Over the years, his kitchen became a treasure trove of gadgets and cookware he rarely used. Blenders, food processors, toasters, each holding a memory but gathering dust instead of joy. Plates and glasses piled high, and drawers stuffed with tools that he didn't even need. It was a weight he carried every day, but he knew it was time for a change. Imagine feeling overwhelmed every time you step into your kitchen, searching for that one pan buried beneath a mountain of clutter. That's exactly how I felt until one day, after a minor mishap with some old baking sheets, I knew it was time for a change. I took a deep breath and decided to tackle my kitchen, one section at a time. I asked myself a simple yet powerful question: do I actually use this? If the answer was no, I gently set it aside. I discovered duplicates, expired spices, and that bread maker I bought years ago but only used once, donated. By the time I was finished, my kitchen transformed into a new space, more functional, organized, and most importantly, a joy to use. The key to happiness in cooking is simplicity. When you let go of items you don't use, you open the door to a kitchen that truly works for you. Cooking becomes a delightful experience. Cleaning takes a fraction of the time, and those cluttered countertops, they're a thing of the past. You don't need an overflowing kitchen to whip up delicious meals. You just need the essentials. So, take a moment to look around your kitchen. Open those cabinets, check those drawers, and ask yourself, when was the last time I used this? If it's been years, or if it's just collecting dust, it might be time to let it go. A kitchen filled only with what you truly use isn't just easier to manage, it brings joy back into your daily life. And what about those sentimental items that carry emotional weight? Old letters, cherished gifts, souvenirs from travel, while they remind us of beautiful moments, they can also become burdensome when they start to pile up. As you approach 70, consider this. Are these sentimental objects bringing you joy, or are they just taking up space? Many hold on to these items out of guilt. A gift from a loved one who has passed, birthday cards from long ago, or childhood keepsakes from family. They remind us of significant times, but they can also feel overwhelming when they start to accumulate. The truth is, memories live within us, not in objects. Keeping an excessive amount of sentimental clutter doesn't honor the past, it complicates the present. Take Helen, for instance. At 78, she found herself with boxes filled with old letters and keepsakes from various stages of her life. Moving into a smaller home illuminated the sheer volume of items she hadn't looked at in years. Initially, the thought of parting with anything felt daunting. Would she forget the memories tied to those items? Would letting go erase a part of her story? But then, she decided to embrace a new perspective. Instead of holding on to everything, she chose to be selective. She kept a few truly meaningful pieces, her wedding album, some heartfelt letters, and a small collection of souvenirs that made her smile. The rest? She let them go. Helen donated items that could bring joy to others, took photos of those she wished to remember, and as she did, she felt an incredible sense of relief. Many don't realize this truth. Decluttering sentimental items doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means creating space to fully embrace and enjoy the present. With a determined spirit, George decided to declutter. He kept the items that made him smile and let the rest go. He donated useful items to others, took photos of cherished memories he didn't need to physically hold on to, and in the process, he discovered an unexpected feeling: relief. Many people don't realize that letting go of sentimental items doesn't mean abandoning the past. It means creating space to fully embrace and enjoy the present. Letting go can be a beautiful journey. It's about cherishing what truly brings joy and releasing what no longer serves us. As we age, it's easy to hold on to sentimental items that weigh us down. But consider this: do you need every letter, every souvenir, to remember the precious moments and people who shaped your life? What if you could carry those memories in your heart while creating a space that feels open and inviting? At this stage in life, the most valuable treasures are those that bring daily joy and tranquility. If you're resonating with these thoughts, let me know you're here by commenting number 6 below. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our uplifting content. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep sharing inspiring stories. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on the 6 household items we discussed. Decluttering isn't just about making room, it's about crafting a home that feels lighter, more manageable, and aligned with the life you dream of living. Every item you choose to let go of isn't a loss. It's a step towards simplicity, clarity, and peace of mind. What stood out to you the most? Which of these items do you recognize in your own space? Perhaps you've already begun the journey of letting go, realizing how freeing it feels to release furniture that no longer serves you. Maybe you've discovered how much lighter life becomes without the clutter of old papers or unused kitchen items. Remember, decluttering is more than just tidying up. It's about embracing freedom. We'd love to hear from you. Share one insight you gained today and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts inspire us. Your reflections matter greatly, so don't hesitate to connect with us. Reading your comments fills us with motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating positive content to uplift and inspire. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.